going to show you how to work all the features on the outside of our van and also internally. We'll start on the outside. So first of all, here is where you will fill it with fuel. You'll open that up. It reminds you that it's diesel. You flip your key, get the diesel tank and unscrew to the left. Then we'll move on to the door. I'll show you the door for opening. There's a lock that's unopened and this one is locked. So you unlock it, lift up the latch and close it over. Next, I'm going to show you in the gas cupboard. If you want to replace the gas because it's run out, you will do the thread. There's a tool here. You will unloosen it by going to the right instead of the left, unscrewing it off, and you empty the empty canister for a full canister. This is the opposite thread to what you would normally do. Left is to tighten instead of loosen. To turn the gas on, you will come in here and spin this round to the left and then press this green button to boost the gas through. You always leave this cupboard locked so no one has access to it, and you never drive with it on either. So I'm going to switch that back off again. That's it off. In here you have your hose for filling up with water, and there's another hose in this part. You also have your bike connections, tools, and you'll normally have your electric hookup hose, which we're using at the moment. Around here is your bike rack. This pulls down. You unclip these, you put your bike wheels in here, lock it again, and then you have a handle which connects up to this part for all the bikes, and it takes 4 bikes. Around this side you have your electric hookup. There are 2 sides to this wire. You've got one with a lift that lifts up and one that doesn't. So the one that lifts up sits on the shelf inside here, and the other one connects to the mains. In here you have your cassette toilet. You can see you've got gloves. To empty this, you have to make sure that inside the van the cassette button is closed to enable it to pull out at this end. So you put your gloves on, you lift this up, pull it, and this opens out, and you can pull it along like a luggage case. To empty it, you'll spin this pipe here, open it up, empty it at the chemical waste disposal, and then you'll put your hose in to clean it all out, sugar it about for a bit, and then put it back in and do the same again for about 3 times until it's completely clear. Then you put your your blue chemical toilet in it, and you put some water, close this off again, and that's it, ready to go. That's you ready to use it again. And again, all these outside bits work with the smaller key that's on the key ring. This is the water fill up area. You fill up with fresh water. This lifts up. So turn this off, put your hose in till it goes over the hill, and you can either use the hose that's in the van or there's a hose at most campsites. And you fill that up until it starts filling out. You know it's just finished the outside of the motorhome. We're now going to move inside, and I'll show you how to work the internal features. So I'm going to briefly show you the cab area of the motorhome. It's the same features as your car. There's a couple of things that I'm going to point out to you. Your handbrake is on your right hand side. You just obviously do the same, press it in and push down. It's not on your left hand side. You've got a DAB radio. You can also connect your mobile phone to this. You've got air conditioning, which is here. You've got your USB connectors and the 12 volt connectors. You also have a connectors down here and an auxiliary button. You have your sat nav there if you choose to use that, and you have your reversing camera, and your reversing camera, you press the button on, and you can have that on permanently whilst you're driving, or you can have it on only when you're doing reversing manoeuvres. It's entirely up to yourself. That goes on and off like that. If you're locking up for the night, you'll pinch this and lightly pull it along. Doesn't need any force to do so. Joins in the middle. You have a band that goes round both sections to hold them together because the magnet isn't quite connecting them anymore. And put them back, just lightly pull them back again. For closing up for the night, you have your thermal window covers. That goes on that side, and you have the same for the other side. Both of the seats swivel round, the captain seats. You press this lever at the side and it spins round, so both of them can be facing outwards. So you can have your dining area down here, because this is your front lounge, or you can have the dining area at the back, the table at the back for your rear lounge. I'm going to spin this back round, but as I said, both of them do the same. All of the units, overhead cabinets, you just press a button and lift. They're all the same. You have two here, and you have all your overhead lockers around here. You have your stand for your TV. Your TV has a digital aerial, and you also have your DVD player with the TV. You can't have the TV on whilst you're driving because it might fall off. So that's in this cupboard here up on your left hand side. So you have a 12 volt connection, so you can use it when you're not at campsites. You have your plug connection for when you are in campsites, and you have your aerial connection here. Now I'm going to show you the bed. To lower the bed, you'll press this button in and use your handle to pull it down. You don't need any force to pull that down. And again, for putting it back up, you press that button in and push it up. Like so. This is your microwave. Your microwave is the only item that doesn't work unless you're plugged into mains hookup. You've got two more sockets over here for using when you're plugged into the mains. You have your cooker. You have 3 gas rings. The igniting tool isn't working, so you'll need to use your lighter or matches. You press it in, turn it, and you can hear the gas coming through. They all work in the exact same way, just ensuring that they are off when you finish using it. Here you have your grill. You've got grill pans, and your trays, and your shelving, which all will be stored low in the lower area to prevent noise when you're driving. To put the grill on, you'll turn this and press it that way, and to put your oven on, you'll turn it and press it that way. In here you have pots. Down here you have pots, and this is where you'll store stuff in the oven. To open these doors, press the button in both sides and it opens. Now if you look in here, you have the tray for your cutlery. You've got your cleaning products in here. You have all your utensils for the kitchen. You have your kettle, which goes on the hob, and you have some more cleaning stuff there. Close this over, press the buttons in. Next I'm going to show you the fridge. The fridge, you have to put your thumb at the end of the fridge and pull at the same time to the left hand side. And here is a full length fridge with your freezer compartment at the top. To work it, we have it on automatic. You press the power button, have it on automatic, and make sure it's up to the top, and it will automatically go on to whichever fitting you're using. For example, if you're using an electric hookup, which we are, it goes on electric hookup. If you're using gas, it'll go on gas, and if you're driving, it'll go on to your battery. I'm going to show you here. This is your rear lounge, which you make up into a double bed. To make it up into a double bed, this slides out. You don't need to put any pressure, just lightly pull it along. It's getting a little bit stuck at areas. Like so. And you'll use this cushion from here, turn it upside down and put it there, and this cushion from here, also turn it upside down and sit there. And then there is an infill which is in this wardrobe, you put that in at the end. We now have a new mattress topper, so once you have laid your bed out, you can put your mattress topper on top, and that gives a softer feel for the evening. You can choose to have the bed made up permanently and have your bedding on it, or you can put it back and use it as your lounge in the daytime. We're going to push that back in. I'm going to show you in the cupboard where the table is. Your table is here, and this is your leg for your table. So you place the leg for your table down here, and you can also have it at the front of the motorhome and put the table on top. There's also an electric fan heater in there. If you not want to use your gas for the heating system, you can use that as well. And up here we have plates, cups and glasses. And finally, to open the windows, you press the button in, flip it up, and you do the same with all four. To open it, you let it attach on its latch and sits like that. To bring it back in, you'll push it up on itself and all the way back in, closing all the shutters. You have a nighttime blind, goes all the way up, and you also have a midgie net. If you want to have your windows open, you've got a lot of flies and midges where you're staying, you can have that shut over, prevents them getting in, but you're still getting your air. Lastly, I'm going to show you inside the toilet. This is your toilet here. You have your shower, you have a curtain to go round if you're having a shower. The heating is very hot in here, that's to dry off any wood if the wood gets wet with the shower curtain being out of the way. For your toilet, you lift the toilet and ensure that this is opened up to enable you to use it. You also have to make sure your water pump is on. Russell can just put the water pump on and I'll show you it flushing. To flush, press this button once you've used it, and then shut it off. Now when I was at the toilet cassette, I said to you, you need to make sure this grey slider is over to the left to enable the cassette to come out. The shower and the sink tells you left for hot, blue, cold to the right, and the same for the shower, and this is your shower workings. I showed you all the internal workings of the motorhome, and if you have any questions when you're on trip, please don't hesitate to give me a call, and I'm happy to answer anything that I haven't covered or anything you're still not sure of. Enjoy your adventure.